When a man cheats, it's like one person washing hands in different bowls. One person washing hands in different bowls. But when a woman cheats, it's like different persons washing hands.
Jesus.
In one bowl.
Blood of Jesus. Blood of
Different
Jesus.
person washing hands in one bowl. It's okay. Now you know the difference. I will always be here to assist.
Right on, Professor.
Professor. 2 minutes, man.
I want a boyfriend, and I've been single for so long. I've been single since high school, bro. So I'm ready. So whoever wants to date me, I'm ready. She's ready.
And how old do you want this man to be?
Well, honestly, under 30. So single, so we're ready to mingle. Alrighty? Alrighty.
You know how many guys right here are ready to mingle?
Well, they haven't asked me.
I can close my eyes and I can point in any direction. I can find you a boyfriend right now.
Well, let me know, man.
Yes, Steven, do your job.
Right here. Step right up, sir.
My name is Bibi. Nice to meet you.
Meet you, baby. Why are you single?
Well, honestly, I don't even know. The guys don't even come up to me. Are you gonna come up to me?
I'm here right now.
All right. Then let's make it a shot, man.
Let's go.
Hey, tomorrow?
I'm down. What's your number?
He wants you.
My number is 956. What is your name, though? I didn't get your name.
Nathan.
Nathan. Okay. Viamonte. Alrighty.
Hey, baby, I got you.
Alrighty.
We're going to catch up in like 2 weeks. Y'all going to see.
And this is what I'm talking about. You got to be open. You got to help the man out. Men are wanting to approach. Women are wanting to be approached. You want a man? Yeah, I want a man. Okay, then. Hey, I can find you a man. There's men out here everywhere. I can find you a man. Just point it any direction. The man literally pointed. You saw it. Literally pointed in any direction. There looks like a good guy right there. We'll take him. What's your name? Man had his hair cut. Man looking. I thought the brother looked nice. I don't know if they're gonna be compatible, but take her. That's why you go out on a date and see. Instead of sitting up here at home, well, there ain't no man doing this, and this. I can find you a man. I can find you one. Hey, go out on a date. See what you got. See what you come up with.
What does this mean? When someone puts their fingers interlaced behind their head, elbows out, this is one of the clearest dominance displays that the body has. It's called hooding. When someone does this, they're doing two things at once. First, the hands behind the head tell you they feel safe, comfortable, and unthreatened. Second, the elbows flared out make the body take up more space. It's not accidental. It's a territorial move, and you'll see it when someone believes that they've got the upper hand in a conversation. They think they're winning. They think they hold status, leverage, or authority in that moment. The really interesting part is this move disappears when there's someone around of higher status than them. People don't hood in front of someone they see as superior to them. The nervous system just won't allow it. So if someone does this while they're talking to you and you challenge them while they're hooding, you're stepping into a power contest whether you mean to or not.
I mean, I thought I was doing that to stretch, but I guess you learn something new every day. You know, has anybody else heard this? I feel like sometimes they just be making stuff up. Just making it up.
Do not get fat. That is the advice my ex-husband gave me when I told him that I was in a new relationship. And I was kind of serious about this guy. He sat me down one day. He said, Monique, it's not about keeping him. It's about keeping him on his toes. If you gain weight in the relationship, if you stop improving yourself, if you stop, showing him that you are the prize, he's going to put you on the couch and go out there looking for whatever else is new and shiny.
Did her ex lie though? Her ex-husband told her the truth. And a lot of women don't want to hear the truth. I mean, same thing with a lot of men, but we're not talking about men now. We're talking about women. When a man meets you at a certain body weight, he wants you to stay there. But we know that life's for everybody. So we know that you're going to gain weight. He's going to gain weight. But when you have a man, even if a man ain't even staying physically fit, right? When you have a man that's staying physically fit, he does not want his woman blowing up like a balloon. It's unattractive to that person. Now, don't get me wrong. A man can still love you. Love and being attracted to a person are two different things, but a man will become unattractive. I'm only speaking from a girl who got a twin brother and 5 other brothers. I'm telling y'all the truth. And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings, because I understand that women have babies. We go through so much. People have medical issues that cause them to gain weight. You're taking medication that's causing you to gain weight. But when you're going through those things, you have to adjust the way you eat, and you have to adjust the way you work out in order to keep your weight down as much as you possibly can. I'm going through menopause right now, and all I want to do is snack. Sometimes I don't even feel like I'm full, like I need to eat something else. And I know that I'm not hungry. It's the hormones. So I have to get myself mentally in a space where I tell myself it's just my flesh. Ignore it, ignore it, ignore it. Go take a nap. Go get a cup of water or eat more fruit. Y'all just got to adjust to what's going on in your life so that you can keep it as possible for your man. Because we know when we not. We know when we not showing up the way we need to show up. And if you don't do it for him, do it for you.
And I'm sorry, I could not be a man in this new generation, because I would have been put that fire on y'all females. I'm sorry. Because what you mean, you can have my number, but you got to pay my rent. What you mean, I can't have no kids, but you got 4. What you mean, if you out with your homegirls, I got to pay for everybody's stuff. What you mean, I gotta be rich, but you live on your mama's couch. What you mean, I gotta have more than 3 pair of pants, but you only got 1 wig. What you mean, if I want to take you out on a date, I gotta pay for you a babysitter. What you mean, if I want to take you out on a date, I gotta buy your son some diapers and shoes.
Girls tell guys exactly what they want with subtle hints. Example, I have left these flowers here for 3 weeks dead. They've been here dead on the table for 3 weeks, and I've been thinking, my boyfriend passes this table 6 billion times a day. He sees this 6 billion times a day. One of these times he's gonna pass by and think, the flowers are dead, they're crumbling all over the table. I think it's probably time to replace the flowers. I was sadly mistaken. As Justin Bieber said. I was sadly mistaken. And now I have to throw these flowers away, and I'm going to probably get new ones for myself. I just feel like that was the most subtle hint I could have possibly left.
You know what your man's actually probably thinking is that you must really like those flowers because you're keeping them for a long time, and he's not going to touch them because you must really like them. Or he didn't even notice the flowers were there. Now, what he might notice is an empty vase with nothing in it. Maybe a little bit of water. Maybe try that. Or maybe just tell him what you want and don't make him read your mind.
I'm crazy. Don't go talk to nobody else. If I find you with somebody else, I'm gonna be mad. If I catch you at another bar talking to some other girl, I'm gonna block you immediately.
That's fine. As long as
Don't be mad.
Okay. Well, catch me if I'm falling, baby, because I'm definitely gonna fall in a little bit. We just met though.
Okay.
You okay with that? You okay with being crazy over me? All right. Well, I'm crazy over you, baby. You understand? All right, beautiful. Yeah, you like that. I'm gonna make your knees buckle, baby. Oh. You look good, baby. Beautiful. What's your name? You got a man's boyfriend? Maddie? I'm Julian. Nice to meet you. What you doing?
I like your eye color.
Yeah, they're green.
They're pretty. Oh.
I definitely saw beauty and had to approach.
Okay.
100%. Yeah. Look at those nails and those rings. I just got a ring too.
They're literally grown out. They're bad.
It's okay, baby. Well, if they look good growing out, baby, let's see what they look like when they're not, you know? You look good, baby. You got it all done. I'm trying to get your number. What's up?
All right.
You're a very beautiful woman and well-spoken. You want some?
Just a little bit.
I don't know. What sugar to choose between you or these Skittles?
Wait, what happened to it?
Oh, this for a raffle?
No, it's for a free drink.
All right, what about for my heart? All right. No hug, but I'll kiss your hand, baby. Be safe.
You too.
All right, beautiful.
Bye, Julian.
Bye.
Yeah, I don't know, man. She might be crazy, bro. A little bit psychotic, but she looks nice.
Today, I was walking behind my husband while he was holding our kids' hands, and a really beautiful woman walked by us in the parking lot. And I just noticed my husband looking down at our kids and talking to them and not even not even glancing for 1 second at this other woman. Unfortunately, that is very miraculous in today's day and age, but at the same time, I do not want it to be lost on me how grateful I am to have a husband who fights against lust in a world that is throwing it at him 24/7. And I just want to say to any men out there, if I could give you one piece of advice, if you're wondering how to have your wife love you more, how to have your wife love herself more, how to have your wife have confidence, start with how you only have eyes for her.
I love this video. You know, I absolutely love this, man. I really do. You know, I talked about this in the past videos I've made, man, is that lust of the eye is one of the hardest sins for men to get past, man. You know, and that's why I encourage every single one of you men, stop following Instagram models, stop following stars, stop following OnlyFans girls, man. It ain't good for you. You know, once a man can control his lust, he can control a lot more, man. You know, I'm telling you. You know, the one thing the enemy has is social media and OnlyFans and all these platforms where, you know, men around the globe are buying in and feeding in on it, man. You know, just stay away from it. When you do find that one, man, you're going to be in a good place. Stay away from lust. You know, and I'm not going to sit here and say it's easy because it's not, man, but Jesus is the only way. Jesus Christ is the only way. Not going to be easy, but you can do it.
Women historically have not been taught how to, not all, but, you know, have not taught how to look for what a man is interested in. Because young boys, I raise my boys up like, okay, hey, you want to do this for a young woman? You want to open the door? You want to take her out? You want to make sure you pay for this? You want to call her up? Make sure that she made it home safely.
That's right.
You know, all those things. And then young girls are taught, a guy should do this for you. A guy should do that. He should be doing this. He should be that. He should have this. He should be doing this. But the one missing part is, and I'd even ask you, do you know what men are interested in? Like, if you're in the dating pool and you're interested, do you know what it is?
Well, I was never taught that a guy should do this, that, and the other. Honestly, my dad, Nigerian, focus on your studies. That's
true.
it.
That is true. That is true.
I'm not gonna lie to you. So for me, I think it's something a little bit different, but I do think that speaks to a portion of what's happening here. I think communication is key. Everybody is different. One thing that one guy might like, the other guy might not need that. Some people, like I have a friend and she loves to provide a lot of help and guidance. I know guys who abhor that. They just want you to be like a soft, cushiony thing that it's like, hey, I'm having a hard time, baby, it's going to be okay. And then some guys want like, you know, the help. They're lost. They don't have that sense of what they want. And so they like somebody who's going to baby them along the way, or somebody, you know, it just really depends on the guy. He's going to have to be able to communicate that. I'm an open, caring, kind person, and I'm going to give love, and I'm going to do the best that I can. But if there's something that me as a finite being is not giving you and you can't tell me, then we're at an impasse.
Men are looking for one thing and one thing only: peace. That's what men are looking for.
I've heard that too.
But peace stands for something, though.
Shut up.
Peace, there's the acronym peace as well. So P, obviously physical intimacy.
What that meant, please.
E, encouragement. Looking for that. There's a lot of men who said they don't get encouraged. They get broken down by their women. Then there's to be, obviously they want to be admired. Men want the admiration. If you just admire, like, make a man feel good, right? Like, you know, I admire you. Respect. Like, that's part of the respect.
There you go. When they don't respect you, the game is over.
Then there's the
they don't
C.
respect you.
Then there's companionship. And then if you have that companionship, there's a reason why the boys, they always like to hang out with the fellas. We just love that community, that companionship. I think the last part is exclusivity. If you're exclusive, you're just you and him, that's it. And I think from talking to the young dating pool, it's hard to find peace in that. All of that. They might get the physical intimacy, but then everything else breaks down.
All of that's chaos. I agree with all of it. Of course. And I think that women can relate to that as well. And that's something, all of those things, you know, I'm very capable of, but I think that there's a barrier to even getting to that point. And it's the fear of even putting yourself out there. Some guys are afraid to even spend the money to go on a date because they're afraid that they're going to be used. Some girls are afraid to, you know, show any compassion because the guy's taking forever to text all day. So you must have a roster of women. So there's that barrier that is preventing you from even being able to get to that beautiful acronym of peace.
154, we all connected, baby, you already know. I'm talking 154, we bringing Africa around the whole globe. Ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home. Ain't no place like, ain't no place like home.
Do you post for yourself or do you post for males' attention?
Myself.
Alright, so let's say you're talking to a dude and he asks you, hey, make your page private and delete all the males from your following. Would you look at him as insecure or do you think this would be an accurate statement by him?
Insecure.
Why would it be insecure?
Majority of the people that I have around me are my brothers or my homeboys that I've known for a really long time. So there's no reason for me to do that anyways. But at the end of the day, if you're secure in yourself, then there's no reason for me to private my page because I look good and everybody think I look good.
Okay, now check this out. If you post for yourself, why would it matter if you delete the dudes off your page?
Why would it matter if I delete the dudes off my page? Why does it matter if I don't?
Has a dude that was a male friend ever tried to flirt with you or shoot his shot with you?
Yeah, but they got cut off.
Okay. So if you know that's a probability, if you're in a relationship, why don't you already beat them to it and go on limit that now? Do you think it's smart to wait for the risk come, then try to stop the risk? Or do you think it's smart to beat the risk before it poses a threat to the relationship?
I mean, me personally, if you got a problem with it, then we just not gonna be together. I don't really care about none of that, for real. Like,
So you post for yourself, but you will have a problem with a man telling you to remove them other men that's not family members off your page.
yeah, I mean, especially if they not doing nothing, but yeah, I don't really care for real.
I mean, we could kind of, you know, if you don't want to remove them off of your page, especially after they're making comments about how good you look. Now, you might have somebody get on the page and say, oh, man, you're looking great. Tell so-and-so I said, hey. And you turn, hey, so-and-so said, hey. He said, what's up? That's different. But not a lot of modern women do that. Right? They don't do that. Instead, they post thirst traps. And then the man says, oh, man, you looking right. Let me get some of that. Oh, you better stop before you get blocked. And then he come up with the next story and he do the same thing. And then the next story and then the next post. And you still ain't blocked him yet. That's what he's talking about.
You know, whatever happened to letting a female win an argument and shutting up and saying, you know what, babe? Whatever, I'm not going to win. You try to argue. That's what screams sassy, punk.
It's like 10 in the comments that said, we could just beat you hoes up. My thought process leads me to believe that when y'all ask us to communicate, y'all want us to listen and not talk. That's not communicating. So when we start talking, now it says here, oh, okay, punch, bitch, shut up, punch, shut up. punch. Who's sassy now? Put some ice on and get in the shower.
Tell her to not hit you up anymore at 2 a.m. I don't like that shit. Like, you know how toxic I could get. I would literally call the cops. Like, I don't care. Like, call the cops for what? Bro, I'm gonna tell him you hit me. Yo, stop. Call the cops right now. He just pushed me. He's trying to push me against that. Like,
oh, hell no.
So now you're putting your hands on women? Hold on.
Give me my mic. We out of here. Come on. Now you talking about we put our hands on you?
I don't know why you get like that. Like, I hate that we have to end like this. You're not gonna go to him right now, right? What are you gonna do after this? Where are you gonna go after this? Why are you not talking to me?
I'll see you guys later.
You're leaving?
Yeah.
Bro, he's scared, bro.
You can do in this situation is walk away. You know, if she is not going to respect you, walk away. If she's going to be toxic, walk away. The one thing you don't want to be dealing with is a woman calling the cops on you, causing nothing but drama and stress in your life. It is going to kill you, man. It is going to destroy everything you've created, everything you are, and it breaks my heart there's men out here dealing with it. What you want to find is a woman of God. A woman that fears the Lord is a woman that you want, man. You know, is a woman that's going to bring you peace. That's the thing, is God gave us the blueprint, right? It's the Bible. And he told us exactly what kind of woman to look for, what kind of woman is going to bring us peace in our lives. And, you know, not to settle for things that are not going to bring us peace, right? Number one is Jesus. You ain't going to find no real peace other than him, right? And number two is just finding a wife that's going to be pushing with you towards heaven. And not the world, man, because the world's a scary place. The world's bad. It's rough. Do not settle, homie. Jim, Braun, and God, use whatever pain you have in your life, whatever circumstances you're dealt, to become a tank. In the gym, on your grind, on your purpose, becoming the best person you can be.
When women come to that realization and they're 32, 35, and they did a little bit of, or they were hooking for a while, or they had a little time in their 20s and maybe had a kid when they were 22 or whatever, once they come to the realization that men don't treat you the same when you're 35 and you put on some weight, then they get angry and they want their comeuppance. There's like, no, got my master's degree. I turned my life around. I had an epiphany. Where's my man? And all the good men are talking to 23-year-olds, and women are very angry about this. One of the biggest issues I have is when a woman wants to date an older man, which most women do, it is considered a preference, a healthy preference. When a man wants to date a younger woman, he is a creep. That is a double fucking standard that a lot of people have that I think is absurd.
Are there any videos of men saying why they don't want to live with women? I haven't seen any.
Yeah, that's because a lot of men realize it's not constructive to make videos shaming women online by posting things, and all women are different, so he knows that just because one specific woman might have done things that irritated him, like leave her hair all over the shower and not clean it up, or leave all her beauty products everywhere and then complain to him about not putting his toothbrush back in a cup, he knows he's better off talking directly to that woman rather than just making a video shaming her. But the reality is there are things that a lot of ladies do that men don't like having 5,000 decorative pillows on the couch or the bed, or wanting things very specifically to the point where he can't function or live normally without tiptoeing all over your expectations. Or the women that overbook him for everything and he has no time to just maybe sit on the couch and rest and just think about nothing. Or the constant criticism with how he does everything. He feels micromanaged like a child rather than an adult man living with you as a partner.
This chick is saying depending on what you drive, she might not even go with you.
I'm sorry, but if a guy picks me up in certain cars for a date, I'm just not going. I'm just not going. I'm sorry, but you can't tell me if someone pulls up in this. Hold on, put it on the screen. Hold on. This Prius, No, I'd rather not go on a date. I'm sorry. I already know the type of person you are. I can tell by the car you drive what kind of person you're going to be. Wait, I'll show you another. And this is for the boys, too. If y'all drive these cars, you need to reevaluate yourself. Because, anyways, let me show you another car. The only person that should drive this is my 90-year-old grandpa. That's the only person. Okay, hold on. One more. I've got one more.
Blow beef.
Be for real. Also, this picture makes me laugh. But why'd you get that?
You're not cute. So now, depending on the car we drive means if a shorty's even gonna get in. And then this chick says, I already know the kind of guy you are based on what you drive. You're gonna tell me I can't tell the kind of thought you are based on just this video alone? These shorties, I swear it's crazy. The string bean eyebrows, the Gen 1 beats with the Sheen 2-piece for $4.99, and she thinks I don't see that she got a car seat in the back. So you a single mommy thotty telling me the car I drive tells you all you need to know about me? I know dudes that got mad bread that drive just chill. They like to save money. The richest people I know love their money. So good gas, the Honda Element for those that got haul. Are you kidding me? And the Jeep, I think she's just blowing beef at that point. Cause I know a few dudes with that Jeep that pull, man, you bouncing that Jeep, bro. Love it. So again, the advice these chicks is giving, super sweat gland right there. Yeah, whatever. She don't know what the hell she's talking about. Entitled as hell. And look at the car she drive. Look at the car she drive. No sunroof, regular ass seat. She not driving nothing special. Yet the person picking her up gotta drive something special. I tell y'all all the time, these are just backshot princesses. Let it clap, wrap the beats around her. That's it. Good time, not a long time, and kick her ass out with her Gen 1 beats and tell them patella string eyebrows they played the out. This ain't the 90s, ma. Turn around.
Well, the thing about it is your grandpa's still living. So whatever he's doing something right, and he has a long life. He's also there to give you direction and to, hey, grandpa, how you doing? And he said, well, you need to watch out for them boys. It's good to see you, yada, yada, yada. So him giving you direction means he has experience and wisdom. And I want to have wisdom and I want to have experience. So, and really, honestly and truly, I have a car. That's the most important thing. I have a car. Unlike you modern women who be talking about what you do and don't want and be struggling to pay your bills, car get repoed. I don't got to worry about that because my car is paid off. So the insults that y'all be throwing around be actually stupid things coming out of your mouth. Don't call women losers enough.
Because they'll never tell you the role that they played in the breakup.
He was not satisfied at home. I don't know how many different girlfriends he had during this time, but I think there were quite a few. Young women, listen to my advice. If you're married and you think you're happily married and your husband starts to cheat on you, he's a piece of shit. And look at him as a piece of shit. Get out of it. Get out of that marriage. But I couldn't do that. Couldn't walk away.
Didn't you have an affair early on in the relationship, or when you were a stockbroker?
Yeah, but I don't think Andy ever knew about that.
He did say he knew about it.
He did?
Yes, you would confess to him.
Oh.
He says he didn't stray from the marriage until you told him you had already strayed.
Oh, that's not true. I don't think.
Stop lying! Stop lying! But what happened? You had an affair?
I had a very brief affair with a very attractive Irish man. And it was just nothing.
It's a dirty game. Stay focused though.
I broke up with my best friend because she cheated on her husband. And I think that's a very valid reason to end a friendship, in my opinion. So my best friend, let's call her Bree. And her husband, let's just call him Sam. So my best friend Bree was dating Sam for about a year before he proposed. And that's literally all she could talk about was wedding, right? She was like begging him to freaking marry her because she wanted to be a housewife. She didn't want to work. And he was like working freaking full time to help with this wedding and just help with her future. Like he wanted to buy her dream house, wanted to buy her dream car. Like he was in love with her. So before the wedding, she was like really on point to get her body right to fit into like her dream wedding dress. So she hired a personal trainer, and let's just call him Mike. And she would spend a lot of time in the gym. Like she was there probably 2 times a day, almost about 5 times a week. So she was spending a lot of time with this guy Mike, and her husband obviously like didn't really notice it because he was working full time, like literally working non-freaking stop. So it got to a point where all she was talking about was Mike. It used to be wedding, and now it's Mike. Like all her conversation was like, oh, Mike taught me this, me and Mike went to do that. And I'm just like kind of iffy because I'm like, you're spending way too much time with this Mike dude. And she's like, it's okay, like Sam's always working, like it's fine, like, you know what I mean? I don't know, but in the back of my head I was just kind of like, this is weird. But I never said anything because it's not my place, you know, it's not my relationship, it's not, you know, my boundary, so you do you, okay? And you know, it got to a point where she was going on like coffee date lunches with him, and I was like, this is weird. But she didn't say it was a problem because his coworkers were also there too, so like, you know, it wasn't just them two. Anyways, there was this one night where I was up pretty late. Me and my boyfriend, you know, we were messing around. We took some spicy cubes. We had a long night. And I was just on my phone, you know, kind of scrolling through my friends' locations as one does, you know, on a late night. And I see that she's not at home, but she's out at a club. And I'm like, hey, why is this girl at a club at, you know, 1, 2 in the morning? Like, you should be home with your husband.
Some of these ladies be doing the most and expecting you to cover for them. Bad habits. You know, she's cheating today. Tomorrow she gonna have you out in a compromising position, wanting you to go along with what she got going on.
Unpopular opinion. A lot of women can spot flaws and problems from everywhere around them except from within. She can look at a man and tell that he's emotionally unavailable. She can look at a friend and tell that she's toxic. She can clock a red flag from a mile away. She can analyze every situation and problem around her and help everybody solve they like she was a psych major in school. But when it comes to her, baby, she becomes Ray Charles. She can't see. It's radio silence over here. Straight crickets. The Wi-Fi signal drops. She will not look at herself and tell you that there is a problem because to her, she's perfect. But why is that? At some point, you got to start looking within to solve some of those issues. You got to start healing your own self. You got to start taking accountability because that's where the real self-love is going to be. That's where the real healing comes from. That's where the real growth goes. If you want to be in your soft girl era, that's how you're going to get there. Because let me tell you something. You cannot fix a problem that you refuse to admit. And maybe the dating pool don't got that much piss in it, baby. Maybe the world ain't as up as you think it is. Maybe it's you. And it's your turn to look in the mirror and to fix some of your own problems.
All women want is a man's love and attention.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Well,
this is so stupid.
Coming from a woman, that's the truth. But you always have to expect that the man or woman you are talking to is probably talking to other people, and you're going to get your heart broken. So
That's also really accurate advice.
even if he tells you you're the only one, you're probably not.
And this is exactly the same for women. You know that to be true. I'm not saying maybe you specifically, but you know women are probably actually worse.
No, I think if anything, men are worse at
No.
that. Yes, men are worse. When women love, they only love one.
Stop the cap. No, I'll tell you why women are worse. Is because women always, no matter how far in a relationship you are, always have other options. Men, on the other hand, they do in the very beginning stages of dating, but as they become more sincere and they love way harder, I believe, than women, and then they lose. They do. Everyone knows it. Everyone knows they do.
There's no fool that looks harder than me.
It's no. It's way harder for a dude to like love. When a dude loves, it's way harder than a girl, and it's way less like fugazi, like float in the wind. Today I feel like this, so I don't want to do this anymore. Like it's like I'll go through thick and thin. But women aren't like that. They're just not designed like that.
I just want to know which one of you ladies messed it up for everyone, because dating out here is so hard.
I think we need to talk about this because women are dumb. Like, don't get me wrong, I think women are fabulous in literally every area except for this. Whenever women meet a great guy, they're like, oh my gosh, he's so cute, he's so sweet, we work so well together, we have great chemistry, we both definitely like each other, so let's just be friends. Excuse me? Then 2 days later, we're flipping through Instagram complaining about being single. I'm sorry, but Mr. Right is literally right next to you, right now.
When you are stepping into a new career, and the person that is supposed to be your person is not there to tell you how happy they are for you and how proud they are for your first day. When you can't stop crying because you miss their touch, you miss their sarcasm, you miss everything about them, you miss their smell in the morning, you miss their go grab a Red Bulls, you miss every single ounce of them, and you don't know what to do. But this is day one of my journey of being a 40-year-old newly licensed registered nurse who worked her butt off.
Hey, you wanted this, right? Wake up, you're in the middle of it. You want to run, go ahead, no one's stopping you. Stop complaining.
When she said that thing about Mr. Right is literally right next to you, I go back to that clip to where the woman was basically, I've never been approached. A man has never approached me. She was relatively cute. A man has never approached me. And the dude said, I can find you a boyfriend right now. I can find you a date right now. Man closed his eyes and just pointed in a direction. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey, you like him? Yeah, he's cute. Okay then, go ahead and get a number. It's that simple. Mr. Right is right beside you, right in front of you, right behind you, right next to you. The point is he's in your vicinity. He's in your area. He's in your environment. Some of you ladies, and it don't always happen like that, but the man is in your friend zone. He's in your friend zone, man. He might not even be a friend zone. He might be an associate. You met him once or twice. And he said, oh, he's cute. Your girlfriend might tease you about, oh, who's that? Oh, that ain't nothing. That's somebody that, I see him once or twice or every so often. Oh, he's cute. You should, you're always talking about you want somebody. You should talk to him. Oh, no, girl, it's not even like that. Why? Why is it not like that? How come it can't be like that? Y'all be looking past good opportunities that you don't even explore.
Every single woman in your life who has stopped talking to you, every single woman in your life, let's say, who left you, every single woman in your life who has dumped you, she felt like she could do better. This is why. If she felt like you were the best that she could do, she would have stayed. But she didn't think that. She assumed she could do better. There was something that you were not providing. And I'm here to let you in on a little secret. If you slept with her, if you saw her for an extended period of time, this is the most painful part emotionally for all of us. If you saw her for an extended period of time, you guys slept together, or you guys repetitively slept together, At one point, you were that guy. And there was a specific feeling that you did not bring. And that's what was missing. The sad part about all of this is the more information you discover, you realize what you could have done differently. And this is why the past, okay, truthfully, to get through some of this, you're going to have to just let it go. Because the fact is this, with age should come wisdom. Like, you should be better in your dating life at 28 than you are at 21. And you should be better at 35 than you were at 28. So for some of you, this is going to take an accumulation of going through things and then learning from it. I've had to do it. You're going to have to do it. We're all going to have to do it.
Do y'all prefer 1 finger or 2 fingers?
5 fingers. Missed it.
God damn.
Missed it.
You are a super freak.
I say 2 or 3.
Now, is there a possibility you could get talked into fisting like she done did?
Things just got a little more interesting.
Probably not like drilling my shit. Probably like doing all this.
Yeah. You know the corkscrew and the coochie is crazy.
This is whole shit. This is whole. A lie someone told you that you'll never forget.
Dude, so there was this guy that I used to work with, and I was like in love with him, dead ass in love with him. And we had been hooking up for like a year and a half, bro. And things are going good. He wanted to like take me out, and I feel like that's a lie. I mean, you know how men are, you know?
Hell no.
But he told me that he was gonna get deported. This was like the beginning of like the ICE raids and like that. He was like undocumented, but he told me that he had gotten deported and that he couldn't take me out anymore.
So he called you from like the detention center, like, hey, I'm locked up?
Supposedly, he had called me from like a no-caller ID, and he's like, dude, like I just got deported, like I'm so sorry, but like we were supposed to have like a date, and then he just like never showed up. Yeah, so I was like, what the? And then 2 hours later, that's when I got the call, bro. He told me that he was deported, and then I saw him on like 4th Street like 2 weeks later, bro.
Sensational.
You didn't confront him? You didn't be like, hey, what the happened? I thought you got deported?
Honestly, I you know what? You just have to like trust people sometimes, you know?
I feel it,
Yeah. Very sad, but I'll never forget that because like I was actually traumatized. I was like, oh my god, my Pookie Bear. Oh, yeah.
Damn, so like
Pablo, if you see this, come home. Mama misses you.
Come on, Pablo, just go home, bro.
Oh, come home, bro.
Just go home, bro, please. Like you don't understand. She misses you, bro, dearly.
Honestly, or not. Like maybe this is a good time. I don't know.
How long did you guys break up?
Honestly, we never dated. We were just like hooking up like on the low.
Yeah,
you know
okay.
what I mean? Yeah.
But now you want it on the high, right?
I mean, like, hey, like I said, Pablo, come home, bro.
Just
like,
come home, Pablo.
Just come home. Or honestly, maybe stay where you're at. Maybe this is a good thing. I don't know.
We'll figure this out and we'll get a follow-up eventually, right?
All right, but yeah, at Elwa Soto, YouTube, TikTok, everything.
I, 27-year-old female, was sleeping with my married boss, 41-year-old male, for almost a year. He made me feel seen, wanted, and safe. All the things I'd never had in a relationship. He told me he was miserable in his marriage and that they barely even spoke. That I was the first person he actually loved in years. Then I found out I was pregnant. I was scared, but a part of me thought maybe this would finally make him choose me. And that this was our sign. Before I could even tell him, I saw his wife's pregnancy announcement online, same due month. When I finally told him, he went quiet. Then he said he'd handle it. I thought he meant support, but instead he offered me a $20,000 check just to take care of it and to never tell anyone. He looked me dead in the eyes and told me he couldn't risk his family. Now I'm alone, pregnant, and heartbroken.
So you knew this was risky, went along with it, played the odds, and the odds just happened not to be in your favor this time. Open and shut case.
I just came to the realization that like if you're 40 years old, you're never gonna find love. Like, oh my god. Sorry, I woke up like really, really emotional because I was married for, oh my god, I need to stop. I was married for over 20 years and like, I was so used to being a wife. Like I loved being married, you know, like I love being a wife. I love having like that one person I love coming home to and like venting all my to. And now it's like, yeah, you date people and like sparks fly, and then it's just like, oh, I found better, you know? I was talking to my ex again, and a TikTok follower that messaged me, and she said, hey, I started talking to this guy, and I noticed on his Instagram, like those highlight reels, you were in one of his highlight reels, like you guys made a TikTok together. And I was like, oh yeah, that's my boyfriend, because we were like trying to work things out. It was long distance, whatever. And she's like, oh, well, we're talking. He said he was single. And I'm like, I'm not even crying about that. I think I'm just more sad about the fact that, like, it's impossible. It's impossible to find someone that you will 100% trust. Why do I still have my seatbelt on?
80% of divorced women go on to be side chicks to married men.
And I've always believed that if a man truly, really loves you, anything that you want and need, he will make it his goal to accomplish that for you. So it becomes his need to make sure he's pleasing you, because you bringing peace and happiness into his life.
I could agree with that. I'm glad you said if it's being reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
But you did say anything.
Yeah, almost anything.
I don't agree with the anything.
Why?
Because at some point a man has to say no. He has to set a boundary. I feel like if you're in a relationship as a man, I can understand a woman, wanting certain things and a man, contributing to her wants and needs. But at some point, a man got to have some kind of backbone. It's got to be some boundaries at some point. Let's say she's spoiled.
When women come to that realization and they're 32, 35, and they did a little bit of, or they were hooking for a while, or they had a little time in their 20s and maybe had a kid when they were 22 or whatever, once they come to the realization that men don't treat you the same when you're 35 and you put on some weight, then they get angry and they want their comeuppance. There's like, no, got my master's degree. I turned my life around. I had an epiphany. Where's my man? And all the good men are talking to 23-year-olds, and women are very angry about this. One of the biggest issues I have is when a woman wants to date an older man, which most women do, it is considered a preference, a healthy preference. When a man wants to date a younger woman, he is a creep. That is a double fucking standard that a lot of people have that I think is absurd.
Because they want to be able to do whatever they want to do, whenever they want to do it, however they want to do it. I don't want to be held to modern women. Once again, they want the option. I want the option to do it. I don't want anybody making me feel like I'm less than. I don't want anybody making me feel like I'm gross and yucky for picking something that's not conventional. I'm not interested in that. This is what these modern women are doing, man. This is what they're doing. It don't matter what it is. That's why you see a lot of these weird, these dumb, these silly takes online because women, they've thought about it, which, we all have some weird thoughts. So that's nothing new. But instead of somebody saying, hey, bro, that's not, no, I see where you're coming from, but nah, that's, and some of the stuff that you be thinking is like, no, bro, that's a crime. That's a crime, man. What are you doing? No. Oh, well, no, bro, no, don't do that. Are you walking up to, nah, bro, that's creepy, bro. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. That's weird. Oh, man, well, I get it, man. I understand where you come from, but don't do that. That's all I'm telling you. Don't do that. Somebody got to keep you in check. Modern women don't want that. They want you to allow them to do whatever they want, they think, they feel, regardless of how weird and criminal it might be.
If your boyfriend cheated on you with your best friend, who would you forgive first?
Maybe my best friend, if we have that relationship, trying to work through that, just see what she did wrong, kind of get that other side in that sense. They both know what they're doing at that point. It's like conscience, you know what you're doing. No, that's hard. That's a hard one. You'd want to talk to your best friend first if you had that bond from time.
Why do men in bars just stand there with their drinks and stare at us instead of coming over?
Because they're scared. They're worried they'll get rejected and embarrassed. Men will do anything not to do the approach. They'll talk themselves out of it, or they'll drink a lot. And then eventually, when they've consumed various substances, they'll muster the courage, and then they'll come and talk to you. But that's probably not the type of guy you want to end up with anyway. So as a guy, you have to go through a process of either progressive desensitization or learning to turn confidence on in the moment. But you just overwhelm yourself as a man by thinking you have to go and talk to the most attractive woman possible. Talk to somebody that you're not attracted to at all. Like, imagine Lord of the Rings. Like, imagine there's somebody who looks like Gollum, right? Man or a woman. You go and talk to that being. And then how much approach anxiety would you feel then, right? Probably not that much. Well, then you go from Gollum to maybe, I don't know, Frodo or like a Hobbit, and then you work your way out. Like, gradually you go up from a 4 out of 10 to a whatever, 9 out of 10. And that's how you'll be able to do that.
Can I ask about your outfit? Where's it from?
I don't remember. It's old.
Oh, it's old. That's why it doesn't fit you? Oh, yeah. When you put this on, you just think to put on like the shortest possible shorts ever to get like attention or what? Like, what's it for?
No, this is the shorts that I always wear.
Oh, you always wear shorts with your butt out?
Is my butt out?
Yo, cameraman, get off rain bet. It is out. It's like lingerie. You're just like out here with a bra and like short shorts. So it's okay to be a slut in Miami?
Yeah.
Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy.
But I'm saying women are more tapped into their emotions than men are.
No.
No?
No. There's an impression that women are. They're not. They're not more tapped into their emotions. They have less stigmas around them.
Okay.
Does not mean that they are more
I can see that
emotionally
too.
Yeah. Don't confuse emotional with somebody who's integrated with their emotions. Women are seeking that, of course, because it's the basis of connection. There's an authentic expression. There's a revealing of something that's underneath the surface. That's where the feminine thrives. And also where men thrive too. It's an intimate space. It's where they heal. It's a big misconception that, men are less emotionally available than women are. And it's the women who are all like, man, time for you to open up. It's like, you have not worked with a woman in a clinical space to realize that. There are some disaster stories of emotionally unhealthy women who believe that they're healthy. And I think that that's exactly what cultivates a lot more emotionally unhealthy women. Men are not under the impression that they are emotionally available. A lot of women are. And that's exactly what makes them far more dangerous.
Some of them are not masculine anymore. They're princesses.
Does your boyfriend pay for you?
Yeah. Pay for dates, pay for my petrol, pay for my nails, my toes, everything, you name it.
Do you work?
Yeah, I work.
What do you do as a job?
I'm an esthetician. So I do facials, laser, just the beauty things.
What does your boyfriend do as a job?
He's a tradie.
Why do you feel he should pay for things opposed to you paying for things?
Because he's the man. Yeah, he gets paid more, so... And he likes doing it for me. And I just feel like I'm a girl.
How much do you reckon he spends per date on you?
Just depending on how I'm feeling, to be honest.
Yeah.
But if I ask for money, like, he would give me money.
Where do you find guys like this? Do you think most guys in Australia would behave the same way?
No, I think they're too much on their feminine energy.
Well, I think most men are at the point to where they don't feel like messing around with you anymore, right? And good for you, great for your relationship, but it's always, well, he does this for me, he does this, and this, but it's never really, here's how I pour into him, here's what I do for him, here's how I take care of him. And men are tired of that. I know you probably don't think that, but men are tired of that type of stuff.